Hello my friends, in my last video I talked about how to understand the basic and all the tools inside of Affinity Studio, right? In this video I'm going to be showing you how I was able to create my first flyer using simple steps inside of the studio. Very easy, and I can assure you that it's very easy steps. So if you don't mind, stick with me as I take you through the journey of creating a flyer like this using simple steps inside of the studio. If you've not subscribed to my channel, kindly hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any of the videos I'm going to drop in anytime from now. Without having to say much, let's get started. So the first thing I like to do is go over to clicking on new. Of course, I'm just going to set up things here. I'm going to use a custom size, right? So I'm going to be using 1920 by 1080, 300 pixels, and I'm going to use RGB 8. And every other thing here stays the same. I'm going to click on create document like this. So I'm just going to stay here and I'm going to start things up here inside my Vector Studio, right? So the first thing I like to do is I'm just going to go over to my text to artistic text, and I'm going to type a couple of things. Very simple. It's going to be black, right? So I'm going to use this. I'm going to scale this up, holding my control if you're using Windows, right? And I'm just going to scale this up like this until I have something like this. So this is black. I'm going to change the font that I use here, and I'm going to use this under my recent. So you can have font under your recent. Affinity recognizes that you've used some certain fonts before, so you can have all of that instead of scrolling through your fonts diary, and it's tasking most times. So I'm going to duplicate this by holding down my control key and dragging down, and I'm going to have Friday, so it's Black Friday, right? So what I'm going to do with this is I'm also going to bring this closer here, bring this closer to the black, and okay, move this downwards like this, and I'm going to select my rectangle tool. I'm going to draw a rectangle right above this, but I'm going to take it under, just using this to measure, right? So I'm going to shift this downwards like this. I'm just going to move it down the end, so it's officially going to be at the end of this. So with this, I'm going to duplicate this, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, or Ctrl J, make a duplicate copy of this, and I'm just going to expand this by the side like this to cover the Friday, right? Just like this. Okay, so now that this is done, I want to make sure that okay, I'm going to add another rectangle to the base parts, right? This is a rectangle, so I'm going to make sure it's the last thing inside here, right? You can see, you can change the color to make sure you're on the right track. You can see this is the color I'm going to use here right now. So just something that differentiates between what I have currently going on. Then I can click this, and I think I can make this white, right? So I have differences in my rectangles, right? So and I can select this and select the black, and I can move it down just so slightly like this, and rotate this from the edge like this. And I think this is okay. Select the two of them, still move this downward just a little bit, and I'm going to take the black and the rectangle upward like that, and of course I'm left with this, right? But this is taking up the whole document space, and I do not want that. Well, we'll fix this, but first and foremost, let me lock this so I don't move the background around, and while I deal with these guys here. So I'm going to select all of them, and I'm going to move them upward like this, and I'm going to reduce the size. I'm holding down Ctrl and Alt to do this, right? So it might be different for you, so just use what exactly works for you. I'm going to scale up like this, and till I have it in the right position where I want it to be. Okay, so I'm just going to go on and call up my artistic text tool. Right, this is too big right now, so I'm going to set this at 30. I'm just going to type. I might adjust this, so it's going to be fashion like this, and item, right? So I'm going to change the font that I used, still under recent, and I'm going to change it to something like this. This works for me. And I'm also going to characters tab, right? And I'm just going to adjust this here. Okay, I'm going to adjust this, right? You can see I'm seeing the changes in real time. So I just want to make sure I have space, not necessarily too much. Something like this is okay. Then I can change the color to black. Then I can reduce this just the way I want it, right? And I'm going to put it somewhere here, increase it a little bit, and duplicate this. I'm holding down my control and I'm dragging it to duplicate. So that's the easiest way to duplicate inside Affinity Studio here. So I'm going to highlight everything, and of course I'm going to type what I want to type here. So this is going to be biggest. And this is going to be promo ever. Okay, so this is the biggest promo ever. So I'm going to shift it in so it doesn't run away from the design itself. So I'm just going to have this here and make a duplicate copy of this. And I'm just going to change up the information here. So this is going to be 70%. And this is going to be off, but because it's something I want visible, and at first glance I would use a different font for this, like I used for the heading, and I'm going to put this one here like this, right? So it's 70% off, fashion item 70% off. Let me move this upward like this, and I'm going to sample the color with the eyedropper tool. And of course duplicate. Let me move this upward to match with the fashion item, right? I'm going to duplicate this, hold down control while you drag like this, and shift to maintain the straight line so it doesn't go out of course, right? So what I'm going to do here is very, very simple. Double click on this, and I'm just going to modify this to say 29th 11th, enter, and 2025. Yes, 2025. Right. So I'm just going to leave this and in black, while the 70% stays, carries the red color like that, right? Okay, good. So fashion items in the right place. I'm going to use it. I'm going to duplicate this. Right, so for this one, I'm just going to let's say this is the name of my store. I'm just going to write this here. This is Daphorel Studio, and I'm just going to put this here. Yeah, and I'm just going to reduce the size here like this, and I'm going to increase the spacing here so I can type manually, and I can just type 700, and I'm good with this. I'm going to put this somewhere here. Zoom close to see what you're doing in real time. I talked about how you can set your zoom in the previous video. So click on setting, and under setting it should be not performance. It should be under, I think it's tools. Yes. So this is it. Use mouse wheel to zoom. So make sure this is turned on so that you don't go ahead stressing yourself trying to rotate and trying to click in and click out, right? So I'm just going to rotate this, and this is what I have, right? I'm going to leave this here, and I think I like what I've seen so far. Okay, so I should make this 1200 and position this well here like this. Okay, great. So yeah, this is fine. This is good to go. This is good to go. So I'm just going to switch back to my layers and of course unlock this. And now Affinity Studio has what they call noise. So to switch to your noise, to add noise to your background, this is opacity. This is not what we want. We want noise. So click on this and increase this like this to switch bit from opacity to noise, so you can switch. So I don't have any idea why they had to do that, but I like it. So so I'm just gonna have this way here, and this stays here, and I'll go and bring in the image that I used. I'm going to look for, this is part of your Smart Designer Premium bundle, right? The link to get this is in the description of the video. I'm just going to drag this inside here like this, and I want to use this particular background, right? But first things first, I'm just going to drag it to the top like this and place it here, and I'm just going to rotate this way like this, right? So rotating it this way, I'm going to hold down Ctrl and Alt to increase this, or just increase from one point like this. To make it faster, I would advise you to hold down the Ctrl and the Alt key to make it faster. So the first thing I'll do here is click on this that looks like settings, and I'm just going to drop this down here. Drop it here, and when I'm done, I'm going to click out. I'm going to change the blend mode. Of course, I'm going to be using the overlay. I'm just going to come here and reduce the opacity like this, to give this I don't know what to call it. If you know what to call it, you can write that in the comment section of this video. So I just want to create this effect here like this, and I think I like this, right? So this is cool, and yeah. So let me go on and bring in my resource file, which is this image, right? And drag and drop like this. And okay, this is not how I want this. So I'm just going to reduce the size, reduce the size. And I'm going to drag this in place here, just to stay here like this. All right. So okay, so I'm just going to adjust this, move this closer, and also with the fashion item, I'm going to change this, the alignments. I'm going to click on align right, so it's just going to be here like this, and every other thing stays the same. Every other thing stays the same. Okay, so selecting the image, I would like to add a glitch effect to it. It's one of my favorite effects inside of Affinity Studio currently. Alright, so I can just click on shred, and I'm going to use this. So I'm just going to play with the pixel spacing like this, and I'm just going to make sure that nothing happens to our face. I can have all of these things going on the clothes, and our face is intact, guys. So I think this is something I can work with, and I'm going to close this like this. You can see how this is done nicely, and you can delete this if you don't want to use this again. So of course, just like Affinity said, it is non-destructive, right? Non-destructive, so you can easily just click and delete them, and of course you're good to go. So selecting the image, I'm just going to selecting the image. It's just my way of making sure I stay on top of the layers, right? If you're familiar with Photoshop, you would know that this is how it's done over there, right? So most of the things you have here have like similarities with what Adobe has in Illustrator or Photoshop. It's just a powerful software merged inside one studio, right? Thumbs up to Affinity. And all right, let's continue with this video. I'm going to remove the outline, and I'm working with this shape. Of course, when you're doing a shape like this, make sure you hold down your shift to get a perfect shape. Duplicate this like this, and I'm going to have this here, right? And I'm also going to have this here, but for this one, I think I'm going to make it bigger, holding down my shift like I said before. I'm just going to change the color of this. I'm using the green here, and I'm just going to add another effect to this. Click on this here, and I'm going to add Gaussian blur to this. You can see it has brought out, I can increase my radius and click out, and this is what I have. For this ones here, I'm going to apply a separate effect. Click on this, and I'm going to click on motion blur, of course non-destructive, and I'm going to increase this here like this. Click out when you're done, and easy peasy, everybody goes home happy. Click on this again, and I'm going to add the motion blur to this here again, but this time I'm going to change the rotation, right? You can set this manually while you increase your radius, and yeah, so let's try and set it to 90, and this is what we have, right? So I'm just going to leave this and work with this. Then for this, that's the background image we used. I'm just going to increase the opacity just a little bit to make its presence. Okay, so let me unlock this, and just change the color like this, and look for something that blends well with everything we have currently. Okay, I think I can actually work with this, and it's not bad. Okay, I don't want the blue to be too much. Okay, so this is nice, this is good enough. Okay, so after you finish designing, you can click on file and click on save first to save the file in your PC or wherever you want to save it to, right? This is the first thing you should do. So if you want to export for the internet, and click on export here, and you can use as templates, and you can just use export. Most times I use the export alone. To save as JPEG, you also have other file formats. Make sure you're selecting best quality, right? Over here, make sure you're selecting the whole document. But if you have more than one artboard, you can then specify which of the artboards you want to select. Of course, every other thing stays the same. Don't export. Of course, I like this option inside here, right? So it's, if you have hidden layers, you can choose not to export them, right? But everything here stays the same. I love what they did here, and I can click on export and save it with the name I want on my PC, and I click on save, and of course you can go and check it out, and this is what you have, right? So when I double click on this, it's going to open up as a JPEG file, and voila, this is the file we just created, right? You can see how easy that was. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, do not click off without giving me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel so that you miss all of the videos I'm going to be dropping every time from now. I'll see you in the next video.